Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where, can you believe it, Shane McMahon is the new WWE champion. Well, it didn't happen tonight. I'm just practicing for later as much as he's being put over right now. It's Lost in the Midcard. We are back. We took a week off, but we are back after Super Showdown, that show that's equivalent to WrestleMania. Bullshit. We're ahead of Stomping Grounds, which it looks like
is equivalent to shit.
Yeah, it looks like it's a copy of a lot of shit. So we're in the middle of Fyter Fest has got a better card than any of this, and that's exciting, and it's free. We're gonna talk about that later.
Free 99, dog.
We got a lot of AEW to talk about, actually, between Being the Elite, Fyter Fest, All In or All Out. I mean. Got a lot of AEW to talk about, not as much WWE to talk about. But, I mean, granted, Raw and SmackDown were pretty decent, though, this week. So we will run those over real quick. But not so much Super Showdown. I mean, a train wreck between Goldberg and Undertaker. Not going to talk about that. But the only noteworthy thing was it was pretty cool to see Mansoor win the 50-man Battle Royale. That guy's up and you know what? Vince McMahon probably said, I watch NXT. I'm putting Mansoor. I've been watching that kid for years. Vince, he's had like 3 televised matches on NXT. Whatever, he's been around for years. I like that kid. We're going to put him over. Anyways.
He just put him over because of the family moment. He had so many freaking relatives in the crowd.
I know. Yeah.
That's all it was.
He has been doing good in NXT, though.
No, I'm not arguing with that. Yeah. Dude's talented as hell.
Yeah, that Dijak match was awesome. Unfortunately, Dijak got hurt, but hey, what can you do? But I digress. But that's going to be the limit of our Super Showdown talk. That's it. That's all that we're going to talk about Super Showdown there, probably. Probably, yeah. There's nothing else to really talk about. So, But we do have a lot of AEW to cover, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But first, thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host and enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcasting applications. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard, hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday like this one is. And if we do come at you at a different time, you'll be notified, and that will be showing up. And you can also subscribe to us on the YouTube. Links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard. And also, you can find it on the Twitter at LITMC Podcast, where we also share the a lot of the great tweets within the wrestling world, because they're pretty darn entertaining as well. I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JBHuskers. And as always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. You heard him just a second ago. It is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
You crazy sons of bitches.
Exactly how many seconds did you watch of Super Showdown live?
I will openly admit, I was doing other things that Friday. I was busy. I turned it on my television as background noise. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the show, but it was on. It was what it was. It was exactly what I expected it to be.
Background noise. It was background noise.
It's a WWE house show with pyro, and a gigantic crowd. I mean, that's really all it is.
I mean,
and honestly, I just want to say for the record that Goldberg and Taker, had the match gone 5 minutes instead of the 8 to 9 minutes that it did, the match would have been fine. And honestly, anybody who wants to continue to bash Undertaker and Goldberg, please get in the ring and attempt to do what they've done their entire career. And if you can't, then shut the fuck up. That's all I've got to say about that.
Do you blame it on Like, Goldberg smashed his head in the door. Do you blame it on the tombstone? Do you blame it on the heat?
I think it was a combination of everything. I mean, nobody knows for sure if Goldberg actually smashed his head into the door or not.
Well, it was sure busted open as he was making his way to the.
He was not busted open. He was making his way to the ring. He got busted open in the fucking match.
Oh, somebody was showing a thing. I don't know. I saw a clip.
He had a mark on his forehead, but he has marks on his forehead all the fucking time.
Yeah.
He took a bad shot into the corner. The corner steel post and got busted open.
I say busted open. I'm not talking like Dustin Rhodes busted open. I'm saying he was like.
Well, he was Dustin Rhodes busted open when he hit that thing in the corner. And I think between that, the 100-degree heat, the fact that Taker dropped him on his fucking head, dude was freaking working at least 80% of that match concussed.
Yeah, and as many people have pointed out, the Tombstone pile driver is a 2-man job, not just a 1-man job. But a lot of things go into play there. Also, he's back from on assignment on the Twitter at No One Like D, Mr. Darryl Bullock. Darryl, what's up?
Ain't shit but the rent.
Rent is shit?
Rent is shit.
Hey, I don't have rent. I have more.
I didn't know. Nobody told me.
The rent's too damn high.
Yeah, I'm here for the super shit down. I
was
like I said. Look. Did anybody expect? Honestly,
no.
Like, I know this isn't something we plan to talk about, but honestly, did anybody expect anything different out of this show after what we have already seen from every other Saudi Arabia WWE show?
As soon as they called it WrestleMania, I knew it was going to be worse.
And that's what I was exactly about to say, dude. Like, you don't say it's a WrestleMania worthy or to probably exceed pay-per-view.
They've almost said that every single time they've run one of these events.
Because let's look at this for example. The WWE Championship match. Again, I didn't watch anything of it. I watched clips of it. I watched clips of everything, but I didn't watch anything in its entirety. But I read recaps, watched some clips. WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler. It went all of 10 minutes, had like literally no near falls. There was no drama in that match at all. We're going to get a shitload of drama in the steel cage match at Stomping Grounds. This is probably going to be the match that we should get out of these two. We didn't get shit for drama out of those two in that 10-minute match.
Well, that's what happens when you come to a country and the country pretty much pays for the whole card instead of letting WWE Creative do their thing.
And then we got your typical Triple H match that goes way too long. I mean, that Triple H Orton match I think went 25 minutes. He likes to work long. But hey, that's cool. And I mean, that was like what the crowd popped for the most was those two guys. Obviously, worldwide appeal. Those two, they're icons in pro wrestling. That was what the crowd popped for most. But it was a match that went probably 10 to 12 minutes way too long. I don't really have any feedback. I mean, shit, Baron Corbin was in the title match, so I mean, there's really no feedback to say. I mean, your two biggest heels in the WWE right now, according to Vince McMahon and title pictures, is Shane McMahon. Well, not title pictures, but your two biggest heels right now, according to booking, Vince McMahon booking, is Baron Corbin and Shane McMahon right now. That's how the sad state of affairs is.
And both of them have and both of them have the I want to turn off the television heat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is really not what you want in 2019.
I got so fucking bored with the opening of SmackDown. I was like, why am I watching this? I missed Raw because I've been dealing with migraines ever since I went camping for a family reunion out of town late last weekend and got back late Sunday, and I've been dealing with the migraine since the middle of that, like on Saturday, and I just came home Monday after first day back from work, and I just passed out. Didn't even watch Raw. And I just read a recap today. I'm like, oh, this was okay. Raw didn't sound too bad, and then I talked.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I talked about it, but I was like, I don't have the time to get it in because I got a lot of AEW stuff to catch up on for Tuesday after work, and that's a little more important. And of course, I had to watch Moxley and Juice before we talked as well, and so I didn't get Raw in. And I haven't been interested. I mean, this is the least interested I've been in the WWE since we've done this show. It takes a lot to get me disinterested, and Vince is doing a great job of it right now. Goddamn, that first half hour of SmackDown sure as hell had me disinterested. They did pick it up though after that. Sonya Deville and Carmella had a great match. Carmella is really improving in the ring. Sonya Deville is proving why she should be pushed. They had a great match. The promo between the 6 guys, the New Day, Sammy, and KO and Dolph, I thought that was a great promo. It was a hell of a lot better than the Miz TV with Shane and that. It was a lot better than that. And the match that main evented SmackDown. But it's too much Shane right now and too much Baron Corbin. I like Baron Corbin. I just don't like how he's being booked right now. So, it's like I said, it takes a lot for me. I'm usually Mr. Sunshine on the show, and I've missed a lot of Raws lately, and my interest level in the WWE. It's at an all-time low right now.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have the fans' best interests at heart.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to watch Stomping Grounds live, to be honest with you. Right now, the card.
When is Stomping Ground?
2 weeks. So less than 2 weeks now. It's like literally they're just basically rushing. It's like, isn't it? I haven't looked at the card yet, but isn't it like literally a carbon copy of Super Showdown for the most part?
It's what Roman and Drew,
which has been
we saw that at Mania.
Well, and we've seen this feud intertwining with Shane.
Well, the thing about it is, like, I think part of the problem is you have so much talent. You literally went throughout the wrestling world to acquire all the talent, the Alistairs, the Ricochets, the Anderson and Gallows, etc. But you keep putting the same people on the same shows, on the same pay-per-views against the same people.
I can't remember.
It's getting redundant.
I can't remember who put out the article, but they put out a list of wrestlers that haven't been used since WrestleMania, and I
saw that. Yeah,
and it totaled 50 or something like that. And it's ridiculous.
If you go on YouTube, I saw the video. Actually, it's a video that says 50 wrestlers that have not been on TV in 6 to 8 months.
Bailey, Alexa Bliss, we've seen that show. Roman and Drew, we've seen that show. Becky and Lacey Evans. Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin, Kofi and Dolph, we just saw that show. Those 2 shows. I don't even know if I'm going to watch Stomping Grounds. And then Tony Nese against a person to be named later for the Cruiserweight title.
Chad Gable's on 205 Live now.
Yeah, we just
full haircut.
Yeah, we just mentioned that. We were talking about that.
Yeah, I just don't understand why, but okay.
Yeah, he was wrestling Jack Gallagher right before you got on the line with us there on Skype. I don't know, man. This might be the first WWE pay-per-view I don't watch live in a while either, just because I'd rather go hang out with my friends, like I usually do on a Sunday night. But usually I don't hang out with those friends because I watch WWE pay-per-view on said Sundays, but I might go out with my friends on that night and not watch Stomping Grounds just because this is a complete retread pay-per-view. Literally nothing there is fresh. Alexa Bliss and Bailey is the most fresh thing on that card, but we've been there before. We've been there. It might have been a year or 2 ago, but we've been there before. Everything has been a retread somewhere on that card. And I guarantee you that special guest referee is going to be Sami Zayn.
You would certainly think so.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about AEW, guys.
Yes!
Now, this is going to be kind of since D wasn't on our show 2 weeks ago when we recapped Double or Nothing.
I was on assignment.
D was on assignment. We're going to cover the last road to Double or Nothing, which was the epilogue, which came out after Double or Nothing. Not really much to talk about, so to speak, in this. But you as the fan, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, do so. Very cool interviews. In particular, some cool interviews from Sean Spears and Awesome Kong. Both had doubts of, will the fans still embrace me, remember me. For Kong, remember me. For Spears, will the fans still embrace me? Dustin talks about just how emotional, his night was with Cody, and so some pretty cool sit-down interviews there. A lot of behind the scenes and a lot of looks at everything from the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Some very cool stuff. Kenny Omega talking about the 6 women tag match, which he had a big hand in putting together, and just hearing him talk about the fans accepting them, it was pretty cool. Mike Tyson watching Michael Nakazawa get oiled up, that was pretty funny. They show that in the epilogue. Cody Rhodes trying to say that Triple H throne wasn't really what we all thought it was.
Bullshit.
Yeah. He was trying to say that just means he's a wrestler first, but I think we all know better, right, guys?
Si, senor.
I'm gonna take his word for it.
I think there's a little more to it. A lot of Dustin Rhodes in this video as well. The epilogue. They replay the clip of Cody asking Dustin if he will join him as his tag partner against the Young Bucks. And so just a great video. So if you have not yet caught that video, go out of your way and check that out on the Nightmare Family YouTube channel. It's definitely worth a watch there. Some very cool stuff. Basically to kind of close the chapter on AEW's first pay-per-view. So, Darryl, let's get your thoughts on AEW's first pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. I think you're probably going to be in the same mindset that Matt and I were, that goddamn, this was a great show.
I thoroughly, in and out, pre-show till the very end, enjoyed the whole show.
What was your match? What was your match of the night?
Match of the night or favorite match?
I don't know. I guess to me sometimes they're one and the same, but
Mine's I have 2 different ones. Match of the night for me was actually the Bucks and the Lucha Brothers.
Okay.
My favorite match, and I was very, very, very impressed with the women's 6-man, the 6 women tag match with Aja Kong.
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it. 3 women. 5 women outside of I knew who Aja Kong was, but
course, yeah.
I was just surprised. Like, they were so talented.
Yeah.
Like, I was very, very, very happy.
It was kind of like a secret. It's kind of like a secret that Kenny Omega had in his pocket that he couldn't share with everybody.
Excuse me. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. The thing about it is we're so trained to watch WWE. And back in the day when they say, "Oh, let's have a 6-woman tag and it'd be the Divas," that's pretty much the bathroom break.
Yeah.
But now, like this day and age, you have a 6-woman tag in WWE. It's going to be pretty good, pretty decent, whatnot. But not knowing any of these women, I was very, very impressed.
Yeah, it wasn't my bathroom break, but it was my go cook my pizza break while they were making their entrances.
Right, I didn't take a break.
I was like, I don't need to see the entrances, but I need to go get my pizza real quick. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm gonna go run up there and grab that real quick, and then come back down.
The only thing that I would be critical on was just probably the production of the show with certain things, but other than that, the wrestling and the storytelling was just awesome.
Yeah, they do need there's some things that they got to work on.
Yeah, Marvez was shit.
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
I don't think he was shit. But I think he was a monotone version of Mike Tenay.
Dude, let me
I
say,
think he does have some good information.
I think he needs to work on upping his excitement level.
Yeah.
For me, now I listened to the show. I listened to the show you guys did when I was on assignment, and I heard what you guys had to say.
When you were on assignment, Heath Slater.
I went back and watched Double or Nothing after, and I actually critiqued him. The thing that made JR and the King so good, or Bobby and Gorilla so good, they fed off of each other so well. So if one person, didn't have enough to talk about, the other person knew where to pick up. You know what I mean?
And but to me, can we really go that far already? Besides a little bit of studio sessions together, this was legitimately their first ever event working together.
I mean, yeah, and I get that.
The chemistry will develop in time.
No,
I thought Excalibur and JR had excellent chemistry as the night went on.
Yeah,
and I feel Marvez will slide into that role as it goes about. Me personally, I would just prefer a two-man booth of Excalibur and JR. I've never been a fan of the three-man commentary teams, but that's just me.
And that's exactly what it was for me. The pre-show with Marvez and Excalibur, like for me, it was. I sent the message to you guys, and I was like, okay, Marvez needs to work on some things. But as soon as and JB said it, as soon as JR came in, that was it. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah. I was a little surprised that Excalibur was taking the lead and doing the play-by-play. And
I think he is going to be the lead. I think he's going to be Michael Cole.
And which is fine. I mean, he can learn from JR, and JR obviously can step in when needed. And dude, JR had some great liners too. But
outside, I mean, I'm not going to go in and say, oh, it was a crappy show because of the production. It was their first pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I mean,
they missed on some things.
They missed on some things, but that's cosmetic. You can fix that. Yeah. That's not a big deal. But just looking at from the Battle Royal to Guevara to SCU to Awesome Kong, and I love Awesome Kong.
Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah,
everybody thought she was done.
Kong since Impact. The only reason I used to watch Impact was Joe, Awesome Kong, and AJ. That's it when I did watch it.
And she looks like, if you watch that epilogue, that Double or Nothing epilogue, I mean, she looks like she's ready to go again. When everybody thought she was,
absolutely.
When everybody thought she was done,
I watched Glow just strictly because of her.
My match of the night was Cody and Dustin on a star level and a favorite level. All across the board, mine was Cody and Dustin. That was truly amazing. Everything was great about that. I thought Sammy G looked great. I thought Kip Sabian looked great. I wasn't familiar with Kip Sabian at all. Who I
was impressed with? And JB, you're going to pat yourself on the back for this one because you actually opened my eyes. Angelico and Jack Evans.
Yeah. He was a favorite of mine on Lucha Underground from the beginning.
I was very, very impressed. Very impressed. And I am a Brandon Cutler fan. He is my Matt Taven of AEW.
I thought.
Oh, God.
Stop it.
It's hard not to root for the guy.
He's an underdog.
I thought. I thought the Battle Royale was good. I think it gave everybody time to shine where WWE doesn't. Sometimes, you're. Oh,
everybody had a spot.
Oh, look, Sin Cara is out after 20 seconds.
Yeah, everybody had a spot. Orange Cassidy, shit, his spot was maybe a minute, 2 minutes.
He's like my new favorite indie guy. Matt knows this, but he's like my new favorite indie guy.
I am not sold on that character at all.
Now I'll tell you who my favorite indie guy is, and and he wasn't even that double enough. I love Darby Allin.
Oh yeah, him and Cody.
But he's at Fyter Fest.
Him and Cody at
I love Darby Allin. Even before he signed with AEW, I love Darby Allin.
Matt's come around on some guys on NXT that he wasn't warmed up to at first,
Because I'm always willing to watch someone evolve. I am not one of those people that, stick with a solid opinion and don't change it no matter what the talent does. Like Liv Morgan, for example.
Yeah.
I was very much on the anti-Morgan bandwagon.
Well, I was too.
But
actually,
she has improved so much.
She was horseshit
since
in the
being
ring.
on the main roster that it's amazing. And I think it's honestly a fucking crime that they moved that poor girl to SmackDown.
All right, well, they should not have
used her since.
They should not have broken up the Bride Squad because they were actually finally doing things well after they untimely were coming out at the same time as Absolution.
I think for the most part, like a lot of people, like to go off of what you said, Matt. A lot of people don't like certain things because it's not what they're used to, or it's not what they usually watch, or whatever the case may be. I remember when people were telling me that the Velveteen Dream was going to be shit, and look at him now. So
he still has haters to me that boggle my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just like you, man. I agree with you. I'm always willing to watch somebody evolve.
Yeah.
Progress.
And if you can't do that, then I don't understand your frame of mind to begin with.
I mean, that's where I've always was a fan of Elias's gimmick. I'm always been a fan of Baron Corbin, but I
love Corbin.
I loved Corbin's Lone Wolf gimmick, and this TGI Fridays thing.
I hate what they're doing with him now.
I hate what they're doing, but I appreciate
heat.
him.
But
I appreciate.
But is it the heat that they really want?
He's a hell of a worker.
Yeah.
Dude, he embraces everything they throw at him.
Yeah, and he's working. He's that.
Yeah,
you gotta give
working.
him that. Give him that.
You have to. Like, I mean, come on now. Like, he could be like one of these wrestlers. Like, oh, they gonna give me shit. Okay, I'm a half-ass it.
Yeah.
He takes it and he runs with it, and yeah.
And my God, did you guys check out that split screen of entrances of EC3 that somebody posted on Twitter? Holy crap.
I sure did. That was lazy.
Talk about a guy that needs out. Or
I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody inform me.
Let me see if I can find it, Matt.
Yeah, I sent you guys. This guy took a video.
He
put one on top of each other. I sent it to you guys yesterday, I think it was, of an NXT entrance of EC3 and then an entrance of him on main event recently. And just the body language is like he just does not give a fuck right now. He's like,
all right, okay, I get it. I don't need to see it. I trust your. I trust that's out there. But
he's like, get me out of here now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he spent a night in an elevator.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, Double or Nothing was great, and I look forward to Fyter Fest. I look forward for Fight for the Fall, and I look forward to like everything they got to throw at shit. I look forward to BTE and whatever Cody puts out on his Nightmare Family channel.
And what did you think of when the heavens opened up and my dream scenario happened and Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega were going at it?
Happy. I was happy. I think that's the best emotion I can say. I was happy. I think I was happy for wrestling. I think I was happy for him. I think I was just happy just because it made me happy.
Oh my God.
We have an alternative now, fellas. Like, we have an alternative now.
Guys, we're going to get just as happy of an ending in Chicago when Punk comes out.
Oh my dude, I'm going to scream like a little bitch.
But I mean, it's like there's
I really wish I could go.
There's like my favorite in the world.
I'm coming back in the country that day.
There's like
I know, sucks.
There's like my favorite in the world, part A, sitting here in the coming down the ramp or coming down the stairs in Jon Moxley, and then there's my favorite in the world, part B in the Best Bout machine in Kenny Omega, and A and B are fighting each other.
And this is what happened when worlds collide.
Are you ready to go? They're fighting each other in the same room. Each other.
Dude, I never thought I would see Moxley and Kenny Omega.
And how badass was that in New Japan spot in the bar announcing him taking on Juice? That was fun.
That was a great video.
That was
you know what?
Video,
dude, a fucking AEW needs to hire Nick Mondo.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love that.
To help with some of their video packages.
Yeah.
Because that dude is legit.
I think they should call the Dirty Deeds the Death Rider.
Yeah, that's what it's called now.
Oh, they did? Oh, they made that
Yeah, they
official?
changed it. Yeah, he officially changed it to the Death Rider.
I did not know they made that official.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly announced it when I don't know if he announced it with the Juice match, but he announced it when he fought the Young Lion at Dominion.
They kept talking about that. That was so funny. You old enough to drive?
I'm just happy. We have an alternative now, and it's like for so many years in the past, like we'll sit there and be like, "Oh, okay, WWE was shit. I'm not gonna watch, or I'm gonna try to watch, or I'm gonna watch just because it's WWE."
Well,
so somebody put out a hell of a tweet, and I can't remember who it was, but they said for so many years they've been forced to watch for years they're forced to watch WWE, and when it's been shit, I've been watching off of the simple fact that the past has been great, but now I don't have to watch anymore because I have an alternative, and I realize that right now it's shit. Shit is shit.
Well, and on top of that, like New Japan's got new life breathed into them too with Moxley, and now Kenta has arrived, and I think you're going to see a new Juice Robinson now. After the match with Moxley and the interview that Juice had after the loss.
I don't like Juice anymore.
You mad he got his hair?
That's because
that was my twin, dude. Come on now. Anymore.
Well, dude, he lost his power like Samson did.
All you gotta do is cut. All you gotta do.
That's why he lost the title. He shouldn't have cut his hair. He would have won.
Why you think I don't cut my hair?
All you gotta do is
I'm
cut
not
your
an
hair.
asshole anymore if I don't cut my hair. I'm a nice person.
That's your power.
I'm the good guy.
That's the power stored in your dreadlocks.
Yes.
Your asshole ability.
My asshole ability.
Oh my.
And so all of a sudden, while Ring of Honor is maybe struggling after the departure of the Elite, there's like new life that's been breathed into New Japan after Dominion and thanks to Moxley. Jericho can still show up. Omega's still going to come couple times a year. And now that we know Kenta has chosen to go to New Japan as well, there's more. This ain't it, And dude, so there is now life in New Japan again.
If Shibata is in Kenta's corner from now on, I'm watching New Japan religiously again.
Oh my, that's quite a statement.
I love Shibata.
Well, it just feels like there's new life into it now after Dominion, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem so?
Absolutely, dude. Like that card was pretty stacked. It was a good pay-per-view.
And now if John is in the G1, look the fuck out.
You got John in the G1. John wants the G1. Kenta wants the G1.
Ooh.
Come on now.
What if you get Moxley and Okada? I don't know if they're going to go that fast, but whoa.
I'll take Okada and Kenta.
Oh. Yes. Episode 1 of The Road to Fyter Fest came out last week. Short little episode, but kind of getting it kick-started. The show is coming up here in about a couple weeks on June 29th. We'll talk about a little more in depth, but it'll be free. All you got to do is sign up for a free account on BR Live. Not too hard to do. Trust me, I've already done it. So that'll be free. Just get yourself an account right now so you don't have to get any of those headaches of signing up day of. But they talked about how on the show here they talked about how it's great to give fans a sample of the product before they come into TNT this fall. And on the first episode of Fyter Fest, Cody talks about giving Kenny Omega the credit for putting this all together, as it's a combination, of course, of gaming with the gaming championships, the CEO gaming championships, the CEO fighting gaming championships, and of course wrestling. Wrestling had a fairly large part in it last year, but I think with now AEW's ties into it, that has definitely ramped up this year with Fyter Fest. I mean, we've almost already got a full card. It's not going to be the magnitude of a Double or Nothing, but I mean, we've got probably a 6-match card already, guys. Does it sound like?
I think so.
I think it's 5 at the moment.
Yeah, and And
I put the cards in my Road to Fyter Fest article that was published tonight,
and that's
on Fansided.
And that's on
it's
on Fansided, and we've got
check it out.
We got there's a buy-in also that's going to air on BR Live and probably on YouTube, probably on the All Elite Wrestling channel. The Michael Nakazawa and Alex Jabali match. I still don't know who Michael or Alex Jabali is. I know who Michael Nakazawa is, but
he was on Being the Elite about a month ago.
Yeah, he's a gamer, I think.
He did something with Nakazawa last year at the CEO thing.
Did he? But
that's why
who is he, like, originally? Like, a gamer, I guess? I don't know.
I don't know. I think he's just an indie worker that's also a video gamer.
He's
as far as I know.
He's actually a wrestler? Okay.
Yes, he's actually a wrestler.
Oh. I kind of took
They're not going to put some inexperienced guy on their freaking show, man.
Well, I mean, I figured...
Especially in a hardcore match. I mean, you're just asking for a lawsuit.
He hit me with a chair. I'm going to sue you.
I figured it was a guy that knew what he was doing, but wasn't exactly a wrestler either, though. Like a David Arquette.
From my understanding, he's a wrestler. That's my understanding. Just because I don't know him doesn't mean I want to freaking bury the guy.
Jon Moxley cuts a great promo on the Road to Fyter Fest. Make sure you check that out. He is taking on Bad Boy Joey Janela. Of course, after Moxley shook the world at Double or Nothing, Janela showed up backstage, got in Moxley's face, lit up a cigarette. Moxley stole that cigarette, took a hit, and threw it away and walked off. That leads to his first official match in AEW, and that first official match is free, which is huge. Very cool to see the debut of Jon Moxley going to be on BR Live for free. So very cool.
Is BR Live, do they have on demand? Or is it just straight live?
That's a great question. I'm honestly not sure.
Looking at the app, it seems like there's on demand, but it's weird because like the paid content replays are pay to replay. So I think the on demand is only available for 24 hours afterwards or so.
I mean, I could live with that. I mean, I'll be an affiliate at the ECW arena that night, so.
ECW.
Yeah.
But Ambrose, once again, sorry, John, for that Freudian slip.
Can you get your shit together, JB, please?
No. It's kind of hard to do after 8 years, sometimes. So, basically, tells Janela to be very careful. If you want to become an enemy of Jon Moxley. I want that Moxley wrestling hoodie too, by the way.
Yes, I need that in my collection.
And they replay, of course, Moxley's attack on Omega at Double or Nothing. Cody's in the ring. Cody's in the office with I'll call him Big Mike since I can never remember his last name. So we'll just call him
Mike.
Let's call him Big Mike. Mike. Mike is eating an apple as he always does, like Carlito, and he's like, "Are you sure you want to do this match against Darby Allin?"
I love Darby, dude.
Yes, I started watching. I started watching Darby evolve on the YouTubes and stuff, and yes, I was excited when I heard AEW was signing him. But of course, obviously, he just got done wrestling an emotional match with his brother Dustin. He's got a tag match with the Bucks coming up at Fight for the Fallen, which, I mean, Fight for the Fallen is literally...
Is that what, July?
2 weeks. It's literally like 2 weeks after Fyter Fest. I mean, July... It's mid-July.
Huh, I wonder when that is. Why am I missing all of AEW's pay-per-views?
Fight for the Fallen is July
13th, I believe.
Yeah, July 13th. So
fuck, I'll be at Hershey Park. What the fuck?
Man.
Dude, your schedule blows.
Step up your game, fool.
Dude, I have a... Whatever.
So basically,
You can say whatever all you want, but
hey. If it's at night, I'm
we
good.
would have
I'm
had
at Hershey
a
Park
loss
during
in
the
the
day.
mid-card live reunion in Chicago had you not been out of the motherfucking country.
Word.
I can't help it. Okay.
We should figure out wherever the fucking first show is on TNT and just go. We should just go to the television show.
It's gonna be at the Impact Zone.
I don't.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't.
I feel like we should.
Well-
I don't know where the fuck it's gonna be, but I feel like we should be.
I will say this. I'm making a statement on Lost in Midcard, and our listeners can hold me to it. You guys can hold me to it.
Uh-oh.
If they continue with the Double or Nothing in Vegas, if Lost in the Midcard will be at the next Double or Nothing,
Oh my!
I can
Or we could
almost guarantee that.
Or we could figure out a early year
I'm with that too.
PPV.
I'm with that too.
Yeah.
But
When's TV start?
I'm assuming October.
October. Well, I know October, but
I would assume the first Friday of October would be my opinion.
Are they doing Fridays?
no, Tuesday.
No, of course they wouldn't do Fridays because SmackDown's moving to Fridays. I'm assuming it's going to be a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Oof. I might be out of town on that first Tuesday of October.
Yeah, that's the first Tuesday in October. Is the day before my birthday.
Yeah, I got a surprise trip for my 40th birthday that week.
Well, it sounds like such a surprise.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know where we're going, but she said take a week off of work. So I'm like, all right.
A week?
Yeah.
What?
Maybe she's taking me to the AEW. Maybe I'm going to the AEW.
Yes, because somehow she is the only person on the planet besides the company that knows where the AEW's first television show is going to be.
I mean, she could be taking her
broadcast-
Soldier Field to watch her Bears lose.
Her and Brandy.
Ow! Oh my God!
Oh.
Ouch!
Oh.
Holy shit!
This just in: Carson Wentz is back to his
What was-
second home,
oh,
the hospital
so
of Philadelphia.
Low.
Wow, really?
All this.
Hey.
I'm just staying out of this. I'm staying out.
All
of
I'm going to say, we're going to continue with wrestling after this. One word. I'm just going to say one word, JB, and you know what this word means.
Okay.
Doink.
That shit don't bother me. That guy's long gone.
Oh my God.
Back to wrestling.
What's funny is they brought in like all these kickers to do that exact same thing, and they went like 2 for 9.
Guess what? Guess where that kicker was before he's with you.
You know, I hope they sign. You know who I hope they sign?
Your jobber should have just kept Robbie Gold and fucking dealt with what you fucking.
No, they didn't
had.
want to pay Robbie Gold. That was the problem.
Yeah. You know, there's a guy, like one of the guys that's made the cut of the last couple of kickers. They brought in like 8 or 10 kickers. There's a guy by the name of Chris Blewett. I hope they sign him. That'd be great. Because when he misses a kick, oh, he blew it.
That's as great as haha Clinton Dix.
That's the best kicker name
Wow, really?
ever. Being the elite, last week's episode, we're going to, because AEW is worth going back to last week when we miss it, right, guys?
Word.
I'm down with it.
How great was this after Double or Nothing when Matt and Nick Jackson tried to do the Shield pose with Jon Moxley?
I cried.
John's like, what the fuck?
He's like, yeah, I ain't doing that shit.
Fuck you guys. he hits his head like no. So then the episode they're hanging out at Cracker Barrel, or maybe they're hanging out at home next to the Cracker Barrel. I can't tell because they're sitting in Cracker Barrel chairs too. So the home might be sponsored by Cracker Barrel. I can't tell, but who is it that goes up to? Is that Mrs. Matt or is that Mrs. Nick?
Mrs. Matt is always on the show.
Okay, so Mrs. Matt comes up to the boys and says, "You know that hot shot prospect, or that hot shot free agent you signed, Jon Moxley. He kind of attacked Kenny. No, he didn't. Show went off the air. That doesn't count. We didn't see it. We just had red vines. Yeah, he kind of attacked Kenny. Oh, I guess we'll just cut that part out of the show. This episode's live. Wait a minute. I didn't know they recorded these things live. Then they replay the little clip of Moxley against Janela at Fyter Fest. Also, we got a meeting of the librarians. They're doing some kind of mime thing. I wonder if we're going to get an intergender librarian match somewhere down the line. I don't know. The dude that Nakazawa was facing at Fyter Fest was working out, sort of. He's doing pull-ups while standing on the seat. He was doing arm curls with a 5-pound bar, while Matt Jackson's standing over there with a 50-pound bar. Yee. Yeah, Matt's just like, yeah, 50 pounds, and what's his name, Jablonski or whatever his name is. Yeah, just going away at the 50-pounders. We learned some U.S. history from Luchasaurus because he's got a master's degree, you know. Him and Jungle Boy, they make a good pair, though, don't they?
They
Yes.
do. They do.
We'll get to it later, but there's the next episode of Being the Elite has an even funnier part with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. And is it Rich Knox or Rick Knox? Rick Knox, right? Rick?
I think it's Rick Knox.
Yeah. He tried to correct or give some information, but Luchasaurus let him know that he's got a master's degree while Jungle Boy waves the American flag. BTE mailbag. We start off with a question for SCU.
SCU.
While Scorpio, I'm assuming he was enjoying a vanilla shake from an In-N-Out burger. I'm just assuming that's what it was.
Yep.
Whatever it was, he was very much enjoying it. But he was asked, where did the name SCU come from? And I believe he said it came from, as a lot of ideas come from, they come from the car rides. And he said it came from Nick Jackson. And originally CD had turned it down. And I can't remember what CD said. He said something about like Southern Cal executives or something that just didn't sound good, did it?
Nope.
Yeah, what can you do? Not everything's a winner.
Well, thank God that SoCal Uncensored won out, and thank God the website SoCal Uncensored, which I believe was a wrestling news website, Scorpio said, they said, yeah, use it. And here we are. Because SCU is fun to chant, isn't it, guys?
SCU.
See you later.
And Scorpio went back to drinking his In-N-Out shake because apparently it was so good. D's favorite wrestler, Brandon Cutler, was asked, how did it feel within a few weeks he was offered 2 AEW contracts and was one of the first wrestlers to ever walk down for an AEW match. And as one would say, completely blown away because he's basically his life for him and his family basically changed. So, no surprise that his answer there that basically life-changing shit right there. More Cracker Barrel pandering from the Bucks. Joey Ryan is doing some bench pressing with 5-pound curls, and MJF came in and, well, he didn't have nice things to say about that, did he?
MJF's awesome.
Yeah. He talked about, he was a little more tougher when he had that little blonde girl with him. Joey, he's like, I'm not even in this company. I'm getting bullied. So then he says, you know what? You independent wrestling fans are my little blonde girl now. So, we'll see now. We'll see if Joey quits getting beat up now. Is he ever going to sign with AEW? You think he's just... I mean, he makes a lot on the freelance circuit, so you think he just never signs, but just makes...
I think that character would have to be completely altered for TNT, and I just don't think it's something he's interested in doing at this point in his career.
Not right now.
He gets a lot of offers at a lot of places, so Kaz wanted to tell CD about a story from 1998, but the phone rang. And it was a Japanese number, and it was SEMA. And CD started talking in Japanese and said, SEMA wants a match, presumably at All Out. And Kaz goes, did he go into detail? He goes, I don't know, I don't speak Japanese. After he spoke about 2 minutes of Japanese. And, of course, you notice the peach tea monster on the desk over there. I'd assume that'd probably be for All Out, right?
See.
That's not Japanese either.
No.
This week's being the Elite starts off with Jungle Boy trying to reach some cereal at the top shelf.
Shit's fucking hilarious.
That shit's hilarious.
Poor Jungle Boy, he's too short. But hey, his buddy Luchasaurus is here to put him on his shoulders to reach the top shelf and get some cereal. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And some other things from the top shelf. These two, they do some great tag moves with like tandem moves, like with him on his shoulders too, like they did in the Battle Royale. That was pretty cool. I think they should definitely add those two guys into the tag mix to maybe feud with Smash Brothers and all the other guys. I mean, they've already started off the tag division real great with the Smash Brothers beating the shit out of Best Friends and Angelico and Jack Evans. You already started.
They're not the Smash Brothers no more.
Nope,
Are they?
they're the Dark.
The Dark Order. The Dark Order.
They probably can't be the Smash Brothers due to Nintendo.
I guarantee you that's why they weren't named as such on the pay-per-view, because they didn't want to deal with Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Just go ahead and change your name. War Machine.
Yeah.
War Raiders. Viking Raiders.
Yeah, but I mean...
How great was that, though, with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus? I laughed at the... Just imagine if you're like an elderly couple shopping that supermarket.
I just want to give a big thumbs up to whatever grocery store that they were at that allowed them to film that footage.
Yeah, that too.
Because to not only, have somebody walk around with somebody else on their shoulders in the grocery store, but to be in full gear.
Full gear.
I was definitely impressed by whatever grocery store, said, hey, you know what? Go for it. Knock yourself out. Have a good time.
Just like I was impressed with whatever golf course enabled Jinder Mahal to be in full gear to win the 24/7 title.
Yeah, golf courses are. They're very, very particular what happens on their grounds.
Poor R-Truth.
Man, he's going to be in that box for a long time.
He's going to be really hungry.
What's up?
Unless he had some food in his pockets, he's in deep shit.
That 7-Eleven title, man. So Hangman is at his fairly new home, and apparently his cell reception is pretty bad at his fairly new home. He's probably got to do that star 88 or whatever you do to.
When he gets some Wi-Fi.
Do some Wi-Fi calling or do that star 88, whatever you do to adjust your cell tower, because. When he was talking to Nick, it sounded like he wanted to face Jungle Boy. So the graphic shows Hangman Page against Jungle Boy, which, I think would be a good match in its own right. So
Page was very specific that he wanted to face
MJF. Yeah, he wanted MJF. Yes.
Yeah, after MJF. Yeah, because he said it. It sounds like you're in a jungle over there. What? You want to face Jungle Boy? Oh, okay.
I blame the cell phone service on Nick Jackson. I think Nick Jackson's cell phone service sucks.
Okay, we'll blame it on Nick. MJF's at a training facility when he put up a big poster of Cody, and the guy says, I don't think you should be putting a poster up. And he goes, I told you not to look me in the eyes.
All the detailed information's in my recap. Fansided.com/WWE.
Next to, it's a Creative Pro Wrestling School. Thank you, fansided.com/WWE. Next to the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Well, apparently it belongs because it has the font and everything. But MJF is pretty rich, though, so, he's got that Burberry scarf, so maybe...
I want a Burberry scarf.
Thanks to the information that the esteemed Matt Black has provided, this is a wrestling school that is ran by Kurt Hawkins, formerly of one half of the Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, when I was writing that, he still had the title.
That title reign was great, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Johnny Collins doesn't think is he like a trainer or something?
I think he's a student at the school, from my understanding.
Doesn't think that the owners would be happy that a Cody poster would be put up there. He goes, I'm sorry. You're right. Why don't I buy you some ice cream? Really? And
he was very happy about the ice cream.
Ice cream!
I ain't never seen nobody get that excited over some damn ice cream.
Oh, fuck, I'd be excited. Especially if MJF's buying it for me. I would be excited, too. But MJF probably put him in some kind of hold, and it wasn't comfortable. And Collins started screaming. But
I'm sorry.
We get back to the in front of Cody, and Collins has some ice cream, and MJF's got his arms around him, and the poster's okay, and there you go. MJF is amazing.
If you don't believe him, just ask him.
That's true.
Yep.
I said that the minute I saw him on MLW when we started since we tried to watch that regularly. Time when you get old, it just kind of runs away from you. I got it on the DVR, but I just never. I'd
watch it more often if my DVR actually worked with that channel, and the only way I can watch it is in the day. The only way I can watch is on the box in the living room, because my box in my bedroom is outdated, and they want me to update my box, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with the hassle.
Don't they put it on YouTube? Don't they put the full episode on YouTube too?
I don't know. They might.
I think they do.
That's how I saw the only episode I've ever watched.
Because there's a title match between one of the is it Jacob Fatu that's in there now, one of the Fatu brothers. Jacob Fatu and Tom Lawler are going to fight for the title in Chicago.
Tom Lawler.
The Dark Order cut a promo. What do you think of those guys? Gonna be good for the business.
Yeah, you need a heel tag team, dude.
Hangman calls back. I don't. Where did you get as Mr. Perfect's in the background? Where'd you
didn't realize what he was doing in those vignettes, dude? He was watching old Jericho matches.
Ah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's watching old Jericho matches. Watch all 3 of those vignettes, and every match has Jericho in it.
I did not realize Jericho and Perfect fought. Oh, that's probably on Perfect's return tour kind of thing.
WCW.
No, I think that was WWE.
No, that was WCW.
Was it? Oh yeah, it looks like Nick Patrick. I think it's funny that Nick Jackson has a, what do you call those things you put on the back of your phone? I don't use it.
I have no idea what they're called, but it has like a Pokemon one, right?
EVE, whatever.
EVE.
Again, bad reception. So now Hangman has to face Jimmy Havoc. Well, that's better, ain't it?
Yeah, all right.
So much better. So, old librarian Avalon has a secret to tell Mr. Cutler. I wonder what it was. I think he's in love with the other librarian. What do you think?
Yeah, that's certainly what it seemed like to me.
That might be it.
A librarian love story.
Hog Wrestling. Is that House of Glory?
Yes, yep. House of Glory.
That's going to be August, I think 6th. August 9th. August 9th, House of Glory at the
My birthday!
There you
Somebody
go.
take me.
Somebody take Matt for his birthday.
Somebody take me to House of Glory for my birthday to see the Young Bucks' last independent show.
Somebody take me to go with Matt too. It's like 2 weeks before my 40th.
And then somebody come pick me up on the way.
There you go. So we can have a loss to the Midcard reunion for my 40th and Matt's birthday as well.
Yeah, at House of Glory.
And
Wouldn't that be the first weird place to freaking hold our first get together?
hey,
House of
it's
Glory.
the Bucks.
Wow.
We could do a Bucks meet and greet. We could say, hey, it's a Bucks meet and greet. Lost the Midcard reunion. We can get the Bucks on the show. It's their final, probably their final independent show ever, possibly.
Mm-hmm. That's what Matt said.
Yeah, that's what Matt said. It's probably going to be it.
Because they're going to be busy come 4 months from now.
They're recording some TV.
So Matt on vacation in Hawaii, talking a little bit about talking about the Hog. All in. Tickets go on sale June 14th. Cody cutting a promo about making fun about everybody can get a ticket that goes online when 43,000 of us did that the last time for All In. And so then he tried to use the words guarantee or almost guarantee, but Brandy was in the other room, and
I love Brandy.
That thing was funny as hell.
yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
And honestly, I'm so glad they could just poke fun at themselves like that.
Exactly.
This world is just way too damn serious.
I loved it. They showed a lot.
I loved it.
They showed a lot of Black Friday shopping crowd videos and shit.
Yeah.
Brandy yelling from the other room was just fantastic, and Cody going, I want to say something, but I can't. But yes, June 14th. That's coming up, boys. BTE Mailbag CD is first up.
BTE Mailbag.
And from the airport, CD says, when was that aha moment when you realize, holy crap, I get to do this for a living? And he talks about how he was working at Disney, I think it was, not even like the fancy show things he does now. It was kind of like in a mailroom or something, or not just kind of a grunt work. It was like late 90s, and he had to leave for like a month and a half for a tour of Japan, and boss is like, well, your job ain't gonna be here when you get back. And he's like, well, that was his aha moment that, well, shit, I can do this for a living now, can't I? So that was basically when his aha moment was. I don't know if that was what point of his career that was, but pretty close to the Impact. No, Impact didn't start till 2003. But this is probably his Japan days just before Impact. So then Sammy G, who has a nice Funko Pop collection on the wall. It looks like he just super glues them to the wall, doesn't it?
Strong possibility.
Mine are just in a box. I have not. I've got a ton of them. Apparently, a certain collection of them are worth some money now. I did not realize. I have the entire Big Lebowski collection, which is worth some good money now. I got a lot of Batman ones. I got some wrestling ones. I got some Married with Children ones. And I got a lot of random shit. He was asked the significance of the panda. I forgot what his answer was. Matt will, of course, from his article at fansided.com, though, will tell us. And but he didn't really answer it, so nice try. Yeah, when I needed Matt the most, he wasn't there.
It's his favorite animal. He tries to incorporate his favorite things into wrestling.
Hey, look, there's Hangman on the phone and Jericho New Japan match. Yeah. So, Hangman on the phone with Nick. What are you doing, man? I want to face MJF. Well, shit. We got all these guys booked now. There's nothing we can do. All right, well, the compromise is now a 4-way, so at least now he can still get his hands on MJF. And, Jimmy Havoc says he wants to get his hands on those duck lips, because if you look at the little Fyter Fest promo thing, MJF's got the duck lips going on the thing. So I think that'll be a fun little match. Hangman, MJF, Jimmy Havoc, and Jungle Boy. I mean, there's no significance behind it. It's just a random 4-way, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I kind of dig it. But Nick said, I got to go. I got this random Lucha DVD in the mail that's already half opened. He tried putting it in the microwave to play it. That didn't work. Because, this is BTE. That's how you play DVDs. So he tried to put it in the Instapot. Hey! That worked. I fucking popped for that. That's one of the running gags of BTE that I love. Putting the DVD into random places.
Let's just stick it anywhere.
Well, yeah. Because when Paige did it at first, we're like, wait a minute. What is he doing? Like, we thought it was like we didn't realize this was the start of a running gag. Now it's getting good. Unless you understand Spanish, you don't know what this means, but apparently... Oh. The Lucha Brothers. They're going to get a partner. And the Bucks and Kenny Omega are going to face the Lucha Brothers and that mystery partner.
Dun, dun, dun.
At the Fyter Fest. Who's the mystery partner? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody?
It's in my article, damn it.
You know? Oh, it's
yes,
confirmed?
I know. It's in my article.
Did they say it on the? Did they say it in? Or did they give it away on the video?
I
know. Did they get? So they said it in the video then.
Yes, they said it in Spanish in the video.
L.A. Park, of course, known as La Parka from WCW, legendary wrestler who's still kicking some ass in 2019.
WCW.
L.A. Park has been tearing it up in MLW recently. That's a hell of a match, a 6-man match, don't you say, gentlemen?
Should be fun.
Interesting.
Damn. I'm excited. L.A. Park at Fyter Fest, that's good. When's that Mexico match between the Lucha Brothers and Bucks?
I want to say it's this weekend. I
Coming
want
up?
to say. Don't quote me, though.
Coming up soon.
I think it's next weekend, but I could be wrong. It's either this weekend or next weekend. And no, actually, I think it probably is this weekend.
It's one day.
Been a hell of a feud, though, hasn't it, man?
Yeah, we know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, we know they're giving them back. 2 days ago, Dominion occurred. I can't do Cardi B, so no thanks on that. Pass on that. D caught it. What'd you think?
Sure did.
What'd you think of Dominion from Osaka?
It was a solid card, dude. Like New Japan with their major pay-per-views, like they never like sell us short. I enjoyed the show like thoroughly.
Kicked off with Moxley defeating a young lion and got on the mic and said he wants in the G1, and we all marked the fuck out. So what was with Moxley just throwing a young lion at him?
Introductory match, I guess, probably.
Poor young lion.
Yep. Yeah, he beat the dog shit out of him.
What else did you like from the Dominion card?
Let me see. Dragon Lee and Ospreay was a very good match for the junior heavyweight title. Naito and Kota Ibushi was probably the match of the night for me.
Are you surprised that Ibushi gave up the title so soon?
No, because I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into G1 and wins the G1. Trying to think what are other matches on the card.
I'm reading Mike. Oh no, this is somebody else, not Mike Johnson, but this guy that did the Dominion rundown for PW Insider and said this is one of the worst IWGP title matches he can remember in some time.
I wasn't impressed by it
with Okada and Jericho.
Yeah, I really wasn't impressed by it, like at all. That probably was maybe the worst match on the card, and it wasn't bad.
Did they just not have chemistry?
Not really. It was kind of dull or stale, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't nothing to be excited over. Especially you put the match that Ibushi, because they put Ibushi and Naito on before that, and so they had to. It was a tough act to follow.
Which
so
was match of the night.
Right. So I think that was a lot of it. I think it was more so Chris Jericho and New Japan. It was more so like a storytelling type match where, Chris Jericho's going to challenge for the title, but they weren't going to follow Naito and Kota.
What point did Kenta come out?
He came out right before Ospreay and Dragon Lee, and the thing about it was Shibata came out randomly and walks halfway down the aisle and points to the entrance, and here comes Kenta.
Well, so it wasn't during a match or right after a match. It was like
no, it was right after the tag team title match with God and LIJ, and right before Ospreay and Dragon Lee.
So nobody else in the ring at all or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Cool.
No. It was just a random moment. You hear Shibata's music. He walks down the aisle halfway, and Pat points at the entrance for about 15 seconds. It was a long pointing, and then here comes Kenta.
I bet there was quite a reaction for Kenta.
It was.
Breaking news, sort of. If you consider the Cruiserweight Championship breaking news nowadays on WWE. Tony Nese will face Akira Tozawa and Drew Gulak in a triple threat match at Stomping Grounds for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match.
Oh, they're going to stomp the ground.
Yep. I wonder if they will finally give it to Gulak.
I'll take it.
Should have given it to Gulak a year ago.
True. Oh, by the way, tomorrow or today, if you're listening on NXT, Gulak and Kushida.
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed about that, by the way.
Why? Why so?
Because you're going to pretty much bury Gulak.
No, I'm annoyed by that. From my understanding, tomorrow's NXT are matches that were taped in Bel Air.
Oh, are you
a few
fucking
weeks
serious?
back, and we didn't go. Oh yeah, I'm hearing the entire NXT tomorrow was taped in Bel Air.
Are you fucking serious?
Dead 1,000% serious.
Holy shit.
Yup.
Why would they pick randomly Bel Air?
I don't know.
Wow. The big news of the day happened. The big news of the week happened on June 5th. New Japan Pro Wrestling, Jon Moxley, in his New Japan debut, defeated IWGP United States Champion Juice Robinson after a pair of, what are they called now?
Death Riders.
The Death Riders, formerly known as the Dirty Deeds, the Underhook DDTs. A pair of them. One was like a kind of had a little flair into it, a little extra, a little driver into it.
So you saying he put some stank on it?
A little stank on that second one. The 1, 2, 3. I watched this match before we recorded, actually before SmackDown tonight. Hell of a match. I watched the promos by both Juice and Moxley afterwards as well. I tell you what, I think this match added some things to Juice for New Japan, inside the ring and outside of the ring. I think this was a match that I mean, Juice has already made a name for himself in New Japan. There's no doubt about it. But I think this match added a lot to Juice inside and outside of the ring. I think this was a big builder for him to step up in the company. The match itself was phenomenal, I thought. Brutal as all hell. I mean, fuck. Dean. See, I'm gonna do it a few times.
Damn it!
I'm gonna do it a few times. Trust me. Moxley tried to. I think this was an ode to Mick Foley. Took a steel chair, jump off of the ring and slam through a table with Juice on the table. He definitely slammed on Juice, but the table didn't break. So then he just suplexed Juice, and what was weird was only Juice's leg went through the table. That was kind of insane.
Oh, you could tell that Dominion Juice was in a 6-man tag with what's his face? I think it was Liger and Taguchi, and he was walking very gingerly.
But wasn't that definitely an ode to Foley, that slide slam with the chair through the table
Yep.
thing? Yeah.
Yep.
But damn, that was a good match, wasn't it?
I enjoyed it.
Can you believe that Jon Moxley is the IWGP champion right now?
I can believe it.
It's kind of like the moments when we said the same thing about Jericho not too long ago. It's like,
Anything is possible in wrestling nowadays, folks.
Matt just added to the crazy list of 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, the good news about AEW Fyter Fest, it's going to be free for Bleacher Report Live subscribers. That's a weird way to name it, but I think all you have to do is have an account.
Mm-hmm.
I signed up for free weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know why it says live subscribers. I don't. There's nothing to subscribe to.
You subscribe by
signing up.
Creating an account.
Just signing up. That's it.
Right now, the event is slated to feature Kenny Omega, Bucks, taking on Pentagon, Phoenix, and La Parca. Jon Moxley against Joey Janela, Cody versus Darby Allin, MJF, Havoc, and Paige and Jungle Boy in a 4-way, Jabali and Michael Nakazawa in a hardcore match. This was great. Chris Jericho today on Twitter, after it was announced that the Fyter Fest was going to air for free, in protest of the executive vice presidents of AEW's foolish decision to give the Fyter Fest live stream away to AEW wrestling fans for free, I am pulling out of the event. I refuse to be associated with such shameless pandering.
Which is hilarious, and he was never scheduled to be a part of the event to begin with.
I fucking love that tweet, though. That was great. I think Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Stone Sour said something similar, too. As the dogs are barking. One of the great indie wrestling events in the world is Pro Wrestling Guerrillas Battle of Los Angeles, and they have announced dates for 2019. It's going to be held Thursday, the 19th of September, Friday the 20th, and Sunday the 22nd. There is a gap because the Globe Theater has an event on Saturday, September 21st. Last year, Jeff Cobb won the Battle of Los Angeles. So, and also their 16th anniversary event is set for Friday, July 26th. That's one thing I'd love to go to one of these years, too, is the Battle of Los Angeles. One of my favorites in pro wrestling, his name is Eli Drake. Dummy, yeah! He posted on Twitter, after 4 years with Impact Wrestling, some ups, some downs. I would like to thank them for overall great experience. Through these years, I've had the fortune of carrying 3 different title belts, having my own talk show, and was always given the trust to craft my own promos virtually from day one. I appreciate the chance that was given on me and the trust I was given, as well as the friends and experiences I gained along the way. I wish Impact Wrestling nothing but continued success and growth going forward. Today, I am officially a free agent. As PW Insider confirmed that Sean Ricker, a.k.a. Eli Drake, and Impact Wrestling have come to a settlement regarding the termination of his contract and his non-compete clause, which has paved the way for the announcement today that he's a free agent. Impact sources have also confirmed that Drake is free and clear to sign anywhere he chooses. AEW. One exec from Impact noted, "We are happy to have had the issue resolved and wish Eli Drake well going forward." So that is all said and done. You think he's AEW bound, NXT bound? What do you think, gentlemen?
I think AEW is going to scoop him up.
Yeah. Would not be surprised.
I wonder who owns the Eli Drake name.
He does.
Good. Yeah! Let me tell you something, dummy. I've missed him on my TV, so I hope AEW scoops him up. Some new tees on Pro Wrestling Tees. Jericho's got a new Painmaker t-shirt. I dig it. Jon Moxley's got a new shirt. It says Mox on the front, Death Rider on the back. So, lots of new shirts. If you're looking forward to the WWE comic book series continuing, well, it's done. After issue 25, Boom Studios is cutting the cord on it. I didn't even know it existed, so. Yeah.
So that happened.
That happened. New match new match issued for Best in the World, as ROH has one of their biggest pay-per-views on June 28th coming up here very soon. NWA champion and Matt's favorite Nick Aldis takes on and he's pairing up with NWA national champion Colt Cabana to take on the Briscoes. This is going to be taking place in Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, you guys aren't going to this?
I thought it was going to be Colt Cabana and James Storm at Best in the World.
That's what I thought, too. I read that, too. It says here, Nick Aldis and Colt Cabana taking on the Briscoes has been added.
I think it's fucking stupid.
I'd rather see fucking Colt Cabana and James Storm.
Storm must have pulled out.
That doesn't make any
There's
sense.
no tag title match at Best in the World, which I think is fucking stupid.
That adds on to the card of Matt Taven, ROH World
Yes.
Champion, taking on Jeff Cobb, who's probably
Taven.
gonna probably beat Matt Taven for the title. Sorry,
Stop.
sorry D, sorry D. ROH TV Champion Shane Taylor takes on Bandito. Dalton Castle takes on Dragon Lee, and Flip Gordon takes on Roosh Douche. If you're a fan of the Rocket League game, which has been one of the biggest games over the past decade, it's going to have a wave of the 80s coming your way this summer, and which is pretty cool. I mean, you're going to get to drive the Ghostbusters car, the DeLorean, Kit from Knight Rider, but also there's going to be some WWE content coming your way as well. Has not been announced what WWE content, but I'm sure there's going to be some Hulkamania Brother coming your way.
Crush Hour 2.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Break out them twisty rockets.
Bad news for one of the ladies of WWE. Mickie James announced on her Instagram that she has torn her ACL over the weekend of last weekend, and while she was wrestling Carmella, and will undergo surgery to repair the tear. So she will be out of action for probably 6 to 9 months, putting her out of action until 2020 at the earliest. So get well soon, Mickie James.
Yeah, then that sucks.
The upgrade, we don't even have to go over that. We already did that for the Stomping Grounds pay-per-view. It's a whole set of retreads. John Cena has announced that he has joined the cast of Fast and Furious 9. So he will join Vin Diesel and The Rock. So finally we get John Cena and The Rock in a movie.
I don't think The Rock's going to be in the movie.
No, The Rock's not in the movie.
He's not in the movie? Oh, he's following The Rock. So The Rock's leaving the franchise. Cena's coming in. Okay.
That's my understanding, because The Rock and Vin Diesel and Tyrese don't get along anymore. So
See, I've been wanting The Rock and Cena in a movie together.
I'm kind of glad it's not happening.
Me too.
I just want The Rock and Cena in a movie together somewhere. It doesn't have to be Fast and Furious. Oh boy! In yet another great moments of Impact Wrestling history. Last week, the Pursuit Network played a rerun of the week prior's episode of Impact Wrestling instead of the new episode.
Good job.
It just
Spit it out.
It just keeps getting better with Impact Wrestling, doesn't it?
What can you say?
And this followed just a couple days after that, but there's no official news yet, but there is hope that a new TV home is coming sooner than later for Impact Wrestling. Gee, after like what? This is probably the third fuck up in 2019 at least, right?
They're coming to Netflix.
Shit, that would do better than anything. Have you guys been following the old Edge, Beth Phoenix, Becky Lynch war?
Briefly.
What are we getting out of this? Is the man trying to get Beth Phoenix out of the commentary table and into the ring?
That's what it looks like.
It's a work.
It's not a shoot.
Did you hear from the Ric Flair interview on Busted Open yesterday?
No,
No, I haven't listened to it yet.
Flair freaking outs Edge and said he had to call Edge the other day to ask about what the hell was going on with him and Becky Lynch on Twitter. And he's like, Rick, it's a work. And Foley just laughed and said, thanks for outing Edge, Brick.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so he was wondering. It's a fucking work.
Boy.
Thanks,
boy.
Nate.
Oh, boy.
Good old Nate.
Oh, boy. Some sad news. Condolences to Andrade. Which explains his absence from SmackDown Live this week. His mother had passed away, so condolences to Andrade and his family. We've got a match, WWE's annual trip to Japan, which is weird. It's always around 4th of July, but their annual trip to Japan is June 28th. And this is kind of a cool tag team. 8-man match coming up. Triple H, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. I don't hate that tag team. I like it. I kind of like it. Little DX, little Bullet Club. I kind of like it. They're going to take on Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin. No word if Baron Corbin will be serving TGI Friday appetizers beforehand.
You talk about that man's part-time job.
Big news for the Super J Cup. New Japan makes a historic announcement that for the first time ever, it's going to be held on foreign soil, which is going to be in the U.S., and it'll be held in a 3-day tournament in Seattle, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. The first round will be held in the Temple Theater in Tacoma, Washington. Second round, that's going to be on August 22nd. The second round will be on August 24th in San Francisco at the Student Life Event Center in San Francisco. And the semifinal and finals, August 25th in Walter Pyramid in Long Beach, California. So the Super J Cup 2019 going to be held on the West Coast. Very cool that's going to be heading to the United States. So if anybody wants to get me a 40th birthday present, there you go.
There it is.
You old bastard.
I know, man. AEW makes a big behind-the-scenes hire. Mike Johnson, PW Insider, breaks the news that former Senior Director of Live Events, Raphael Morphy, has been hired to handle the live event aspect for the company. He was with the New York Mets before his WWE run and worked with the New York Cosmos soccer team. After departing the WWE, he's also worked with Impact Wrestling, MLW, House of Hardcore, and Brian Knobs' Legends of Wrestling events. And Jim Ross, among others, via his Signature Moves production company. It's been well-liked and respected among the pro wrestling community for many years. He was at Double or Nothing last month and will be an important part of AEW operations going forward. Big hire for the company, says Mike Johnson, PW Insider. So I will not be one to deny that. They just keep bringing in the big names, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whether it be, whether it be wrestlers, whether it be producers, whether it be company guys. I mean, they're getting their shit together, aren't they, boys?
Good. It's good for them.
Sasha Banks is filming content. Was in the northeast part of the United States yesterday, for the upcoming WWE 2K20 video game.
Yeah, it's my understanding they did like the Daniel Bryan showcase last year. My understanding for 2K20, it's going to be revolving around the women's evolution.
Makes sense.
So
as Mike Johnson put it, anyone asking about her standing within the company, that's all you need to know. Basically, my understanding, you guys jump in. My understanding is, hey, here's 2 to 3 months to cool off because you're burning out. You're mad. You're burning out. You're upset about losing the titles, and you're at a breaking point. Here's a couple 3 months off. That sound about right?
I guess.
Well, what else is it? I mean, she hasn't been seen since WrestleMania.
That's by her choice.
I mean,
yeah.
What else is it?
Look, we don't know. It's hard for us to speculate. Maybe she did go home. Maybe they worked shit out. But I'll tell you right now, WWE don't want anybody doing that 2K shit that ain't going to be with that company come October.
Very true.
They were very, like, the reason I knew the freaking Ambrose thing wasn't a work is because I heard through people at 2K that they requested Ambrose's removal from the game.
Yeah.
Back in like March. So like I knew at that point, I'm like, all right, this isn't just some, storyline bullshit that then they're trying to swerve people over. He's legit gone. So
Jon Moxley is going to be up in the Northeast this weekend, Friday, June 14th, Northeast Wrestling, and he's going to, hey, this will be a good fucking match. These two will beat the shit out of each other. He's going to be facing Darby Allin. The Boogeyman will be in attendance, along with Joey Janela and Renee Young. Renee Young appearing with Northeast Wrestling. Interesting, since she's with the WWE. I guess they don't care since she's just an announcer, right? I don't know. On the next day, on Saturday, Moxley will be in attendance as well. Booker T, Mick Foley, Big Cass with Enzo, Darby Allin, Renee Young, JT Dunn, the Boogeyman will all be appearing along with the Battle Royale. They're all going to be available for an autograph session as well. So that's going to be at Northeast Wrestling this weekend if you're in the area. As I mentioned, Jacob Fatu is going to be taking on Filthy Tom Lawler when MLW returns to Chicago on July 6th. It's going to be for the MLW World Heavyweight title. So that's going to be coming up soon. And if you're in the Chicago area and want to attend, MLWtickets.com. The tickets starting at $10. Oh, WWE Monday Night Raw ratings. Boy, we're struggling to keep above 2 million overall, aren't we?
Struggling to stay awake.
That too. Strong first hour, 2.38 million. Bad second hour, barely over 2, and 1.909 for hour number 3. Boy, oh boy. Fox ain't going to want to see those numbers. SmackDown 2.016 for the week prior. Obviously, we don't have this week's numbers because we're recording right after SmackDown Live. But yeah, they're barely at 2 million right now too. So I'm sure Fox is thrilled with that.
Dude, I'm telling you right now that they could say the NBA Finals hurt them last night.
Mm-hmm.
With the KD coming back and then the injury happening, so people that didn't tune in and turned in to see the injury shit, and then the very, very close game that came down to the wire. I mean, that definitely took eyes off of their product last night.
Yeah, I assume so. TMZ caught up with John Cena briefly. Talked about Undertaker and Bill Goldberg, and Cena said, he's considering retirement. So obviously TMZ ran it as he's considering retirement. Yeah. Well, we all know that he's not wrestling much anymore. So.
Mm-hmm.
On the fourth anniversary of the passing of Dusty Rhodes, both Cody and Dustin Rhodes with some great tweets. Cody said, "Thanks to all that reached out. Dusty was my hero. It's a gift that due to his fame, he was a hero for others. Mourning transcends social media. Rest in peace may be trendy, but what's even better is reaching out to those you love today and letting them know how important they are to you. Dustin said, Pops, I'm doing everything you taught me. Be strong, be a man, follow your dreams. All those things you said to me. I do daily or try my best too. One thing I do without fail is to always keep stepping. Hashtag miss you, Dad. I remember, Matt, I remember doing this show 4 years ago, and it's one of the hardest things we did.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's been the, we're not doing a show when Rick passes because I'm not going to be physically able to. I was barely able to when Dusty passed, and we brought my friend Ryan on to talk about Dusty, and Dusty is probably the number 2 to my number 1 with Ric Flair, and it was tough. And it ain't gonna be a show when Ric Flair passes. So. For those who like to, excuse me, for those who watch Access TV on, or watch New Japan on Access TV, they're going to be moving their pro wrestling series to Saturdays.
Smart move.
Yep, and I heard they replayed the Moxley Juice match the end of the week, this past week.
Yeah, I must have missed it.
They turned it around really fast. So.
Yeah, they've been honestly, Access has been turning around the New Japan content a lot quicker lately, which I think is only a huge positive for the New Japan product as a whole, because it gets stateside a lot quicker.
Very, very, very positive. New names for NXT stars. DJZ is now Joaquin Wild. Jonah Rock, I'm not sure who that is. He's going to be known as Bronson Reed. ACH is going to be known as Jordan Miles. Humberto Garza will be Angel Garza. Shane Strickland is going to go as Isaiah Scott.
What?
Those are from Dave Meltzer at the Wrestling Observer.
Oh, my God.
You figure of all those guys, Strickland could keep his name, but
Right.
DJZ actually came up with the name of his own. I read an article about that.
And I'm fine with that, but Isaiah Scott?
But Strickland, yeah, I don't know. That's like a Byron Saxton.
Right, come on, Swerve. What are you doing?
Is that like a white-black name, Isaiah Scott?
Sounds like a... I don't even know.
I got nothing.
I got nothing either.
I'm changing my name on the show.
Like, you stop.
You're gonna
Change my name
be
to I'm gonna be Richard Carmichael.
Richard Carmichael.
D is no longer D. I'm Richard Carmichael from now on. From here on out.
How about Richard Carmichael the Third?
Dick Carmichael the Third. I'm with you.
Dick Carmichael the Third.
Really?
Right.
Isaiah Scott? Come on. Oh my
It sounds like a weather guy or a sports guy on your local news. Isaiah Scott with the sports.
It does. It's either that's actually trendy.
As we quickly come over on SmackDown, where are we going with the U.S. title? Are we going Braun and Joe? You think?
I know they wanted to do that months ago, so it wouldn't surprise me that's the way they're going to go now.
Because it looked like Cesaro is not done with Ricochet, which I'm fine with, because that's been a hell of a feud.
I think we don't even know the status of Cesaro after Monday night.
Right.
What happened?
He hit the 630 and landed on his knee.
And landed on Cesaro's knee, and I saw fan footage of him being carried out by the referees, putting no weight on that knee last night. So Cesaro might be done for a while.
Oh.
I have not been able to get anything confirmed today with the people I've talked to, but the aftermath of what I saw through the fan footage did not look good. He had no reason to sell it there's no reason to sell it if you weren't really hurt. It wasn't a storyline. So I'm kind of worried about Swiss Cyborg right now.
Of course, the Revival are your now 2-time Raw Tag Team Champions. Well, I mean, which is okay. I mean, they deserve to be champs. It's just like Hawkins and Ryder had a shit run. And as shitty as the Revival were treated in those skits, they deserve to be champion at least. Firefly Funhouse was interesting. Poor rabbit. Rambling Rabbit's Bohemian Breakfast Spread. Start every day with a smash. It gets weird, and I like it. And main event was Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, which didn't end clean. So good, man. Did you like the end of Raw? Was it fun?
Cool.
Oh, it was fine.
End of Raw was fine, but the start of SmackDown sucked. Miz TV was...
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've had enough of Shane already. And then it's like... So Miz has to fight through Elias and Drew to get to Shane. And it's something that we don't really care to see. So we got to sit through 2 matches to get to something we don't really care to see.
Gives a fuck about Shane.
Okay.
Like, get off my TV.
So this was like a waste of a half an hour. At least the matches went quick so we realized, oh, okay. Well, Drew beat Miz, so that's over with, and then Shane got a cheap win, and he's dancing around like an idiot. Okay. Mandy and Sonya, they went. I was more curious of what Ember Moon was playing on her Nintendo Switch. I asked her on Twitter, but she didn't answer. I bet you she was playing... I don't know. Maybe the Pokemon game? I don't know. Maybe Smash Brothers? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think she was playing on the Nintendo Switch?
I don't know.
Could have been anything.
It could be anything.
Animal Crossing.
WWE 2K? They don't even have that on the Switch, do they?
No, they do not. Well, they did have it on Switch, but I mean, it was a piece of shit. And so I'm going to say probably not.
Heavy Machinery took on your Yolo County Tag Team Champions. So your new Yolo County Tag Team Champions are Heavy Machinery. I guess you could probably pencil that in for Stomping Grounds, right? Heavy Machinery and your Planet's Tag Team Champions. Finally, we do get to a point where the show turns around for the good. It was a short match, but Sonya Deville and Carmella was excellent for the 4 minutes it was given, wasn't it, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I particularly loved the jackknife pin cover by Sonya, countered by Carmella with the Code of Silence. I thought that was a great sequence. I mean, you could tell Carmella has worked on, much like Liv Morgan.
Because Mela is money.
She's worked on improving. So, unlike the opening segment of promos, the New Day promo with Kevin and along with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Dolph Ziggler was good. I thought it was entertaining. Bayley and Nikki Cross was kind of short and one-sided. I kind of thought they did a disservice to Nikki Cross here, didn't you think?
Mm-hmm.
She really didn't get much out of this.
She didn't deserve any of it.
I thought this was
deserve it.
I thought this was the funniest that Jinder Mahal was ever when he acted like Carmella to try to get into the mystery lockbox that holds R-Truth in the 24/7 title.
What's up?
And a good main event to end the night, right? So, good SmackDown. Good, not great, not bad, not shitty.
Serviceable.
Still don't give a shit about Stomping Grounds, right?
Stomp the ground.
No, I'm not going to.
I mean, it sounds better than Great Balls of Fire.
Which was a great pay-per-view. I don't think this is going to be a great pay-per-view. I mean...
We'll see.
Prove me wrong, but... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this has the ability... I don't know. I think the steel cage match is going to be excellent.
Right.
What else is there?
We're
We're going to have all this bullshittery with the special ref. So that's going to be fuck city, you know. I don't know. What do you think, Matt? I mean, what do we have to really look for? I mean, this is definitely.
It's just another show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be bad. Yeah, I think we're going to get some good wrestling on the show, but I mean, there's nothing about the show right now that gives me any reason to say that I'm looking forward to it. I really think it's just going to be another pay-per-view on the road to SummerSlam.
Or
Yeah.
you sound so disappointed, JB.
Well, on the other hand, we have Michael Nakazawa.
Speaking of disappointment.
Hey, Mike Tyson likes Michael Nakazawa, so.
I like Michael Nakazawa.
How much baby oil is going to be used in that match against Jablonski or whatever his name is? Jabali.
Probably fucking fry some goddamn chicken with that shit.
Oh, boy. That's going to do it for this edition of Lost to Midcard. Thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to buy you on iTunes and any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard, hit that subscribe button. Do it on iTunes, Spotify, anything. And that way you know every time a new episode comes your way. Typically every Wednesday, but also sometimes when we do a different day or some special shows, you'll be able to know when they come at your way. We're also on the YouTube. And to subscribe, just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard, or also Twitter at LITMC Podcast. And I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JB Huskers. Matt is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. Darryl is on the Twitter at No One Like D. And before we ride off into that sunset, call it a show. Get ready for whatever comes to us within the wrestling world for the next 7 days. Darryl, what are your final thoughts?
Whatever is good for wrestling is good for me.
That's a good way to put it.
That sounds like something. That sounds like a way to end the Firefly Funhouse. Matt, what are your final thoughts?
You know what? I don't really have any this week.
Yeah, you know.
Wow.
I got nothing.
You know, I'll tell you what. My final thoughts are this: this week showed me that New Japan proved to me that they can bounce back with the loss of the Elite. AEW is obviously going to be a train that's going to be rolling here very soon on TNT, and they've already given us Double or Nothing, which we loved. Fyter Fest is, we didn't expect it to amount to much because it was a quiet show last year that it had slight ties, but now it's got a big tie to AEW. It's already got a card that has got some great stuff. So now that there's new life in New Japan, and we got AEW, it's now WWE. Wake the fuck up, guys. You got all this talent sitting on the sidelines that is not being used. You already got a lot of it. It's already in the other companies. Namely Sean Spears, just for one example. And you've heard all the interviews that Jon Moxley's done with just all the ridiculous shit that he's been letting us in on. There's got to be a point where you wake the fuck up, and there was a point where you did wake the fuck up in 1997, and things worked out. I'm not so sure that you actually are going to wake the fuck up this time. I've seen an article where there's rumors that they want to start another Attitude Era, but you know what that's going to be? That's going to be a forced Attitude Era that's just going to fall flat on its face. And it's probably going to dig a deeper hole. We all know what the problem is. It all starts at the top with one person, and It's simple. It has to be a wholesale change, and it's gotta. It's not just gotta be a change of one. It's gotta be a change of the entire dichotomy of the organization, because this it's a cancer right now, and we're hearing that this cancer, the structure. This cancer of a structure is going into NXT now, which is, it kind of scares me that this trickle-down effect of management is starting to kind of infect NXT now, and that frankly scares me. So now's the time to look in the mirror and see that what you're doing is not the way it's supposed to be done anymore, and fucking take some action and actually listen to your people. I mean, you remember when the McMahon stepped out there and said, "We're gonna listen to the people." Well, that was a big line of bullshit. But now that your ratings are really at a combined, I mean, literally in the Attitude Era, for just Raw alone, today your combined Raw and SmackDown ratings are almost half that. And it's really time to really sit down and change, and this diatribe probably ain't gonna do it, but something's gonna do it eventually. So for Darryl and Matt, this is Jeremy. Thank you for tuning in to Lost the Midcard, and we'll catch you next week.